Link down below as always if you want to read the shite on your own. This is to help predominantly with the console version of The Sims 4, streamlining some key interfaces for easier controller interaction, while you can still use mouse and keyboard on both PlayStation and Xbox versions of The Sims 4. Most console simmers love to sit back with a controller. What's new? We have so much new stuff. Okay, no one cares. Medical wearables. There's a new medical wearable category under body and face accessories in Create a Sim. Select the Sim's face and then select accessories to find medical wearables category that contain a new hearing aid for your toddler or older Sims. This medical wearable comes in 15 colors. Okay, great. There's an earpiece. Nobody cares about that. Top surgery scar. Under the same body category, all players can find a body scars category with options for teens and older male Sims, masculine or feminine frame, to add a top surgery scar to their Sims. Binders and shapewear. With this update, players can now find 2 new assets in Create a Sim. Under the tanks in the tops category, you'll find a binder top asset for your teen or older Sims. In the underwear category for bottoms, there is a new shapewear asset for your Sims as well. Let there be light switches. For our builders who have long desired to complete that perfect room, a new light switch is now available in build mode. You mean that shit wasn't there before? Okay then. UI placement comes to PlayStation. Previously, The Sims 4 on PlayStation required Simmers to calibrate their screen settings at a system level by going to console, settings, sounds, and screen, display area settings, and configuring the display. This option will continue to work, but PlayStation Simmers will now be able to adjust the UI placement the wizard will run during the initial launch of The Sims 4 and can manually be initiated from game options and other. We still recommend you calibrate your display area settings through your PlayStation settings. Cursor scaling. Simmers can now adjust the size of the cursor on both PlayStation and Xbox when displayed in virtual cursor mode on your controller or while you're using a mouse and keyboard to play. This additional level of customization allows you to have a larger cursor without needing to scale up all the game UI. This makes it easier to see even if you're kicking back, relaxing in your favorite seat, looking at the TV from across the room. You can adjust the cursor size in game by going to Game Options, Accessibility. Console build mode improvements. Jumping into build mode will feel a little different. Well, okay, a lot different. Now the catalog is open by default and stays open as you grab items and interact with the lot. You no longer need to reopen the catalog and re-navigate to the menu you were in every single time. Regardless of which cursor mode you're in, you can seamlessly interact with either the catalog or lot, which aligns our console experience more closely to that on PC. Console build mode guidance system. If you're a new player or have the guidance system enabled, the help you received from Emily in CAS and live mode will continue through build mode. And if you aren't familiar with building, using the tools, or how to find the right looking object and place it exactly where you want it, Emily will be there to guide you around build mode to help you unleash your creativity. It's not that creative if you're letting her do all the work. Controls and navigation updates. While we have kept the ability to toggle control methods by tapping the touchpad on PlayStation or view button on Xbox, we have reduced the amount of times we switch between the two modes automatically. Since we're talking about toggling the control methods, if you have the controls legend enabled in game options other, we now show a prompt for toggle cursor at the top. Not only that, next to the prompt is a little reminder of which control scheme you are currently using. We also have added controller shortcuts to some dialogues and screens to help simplify and speed up navigating the game. These button prompts are displayed on supported screens and can be used where usually you would have a lot of scrolling to get to the confirm or cancel button. Bug fixes to the base game. Toddlers can do strange things sometimes, but bathing with their slippers on shouldn't be one. Now their feet will get clean, just like the rest of them. The venue info icon in the top left of your screen contains a lot of useful information, but it doesn't mean it should always display as new. Now the icon flare will only show when something's actually new. Sims made through CAS stories with starting funds high should now get 30k simoleons instead of the standard 20k for their household fund. Sims love a good makeover, but when switching styled looks in CAS, it's taking it a bit too far as your Sims appearance changes. Not just their outfits, styled looks will now update just the outfit your sim is wearing and not make them totally a different sim. When adjusting the physical frame of your sim while using Bantu knots, YF hair, all this bunch of weird stuff, or two-strand twist hairstyles, you will continue to see the plumb bob icon on the thumbnail as a reminder of the fantastic collaboration we did with D-Sims to bring those styles to everyone. The goals during the parenting predicament scenario will reflect the child sim aging up to a teen after blowing out the birthday candles and progressing the scenario. Child sims getting at least a B grade average at school will be recognized for their achievements by progressing the parenting predicament scenario objectives. If your sims reaches level 5 in one of the Sophia and Leonardo's skills before the goal activates in the parenting predicament scenario, it'll be accurately marked as meeting the criteria. Also related, teenagers have aspirations. Apparently waking up before noon doesn't count, but in the parenting predicament scenario, teens are able to complete the teenage aspiration goal. Some say it's a conspiracy, some say the aliens got fed up with the parents and just sent them home. Others just think it was a bug. Either way, parents should no longer return midway through the alien stole my parents scenario when traveling off the lot and back again. Stuck in the shadow wasn't intended to actually get you stuck. Completing the scenario should now complete once the goals have been achieved. Emily likes to help simmers get a head start, but it seems she was a little too eager and prevented scenario goals from displaying in CAS as she hadn't been seen previously. Now, if you haven't seen Emily yet and start a new scenario, you will have your goals displayed, so you can create the perfect household to take on the challenges ahead. Emily will be there if you need her later. Seasoned simmers who don't need Emily's help and choose to disable the guidance system and the game options while the CAS will no longer run into an issue where you cannot create a sim due to the options being inaccessible. Merging sims from the gallery while Emily was guiding you through CAS will no longer prevent Emily from explaining the final parts of the CAS guidance system. Entering CAS from the Simology option will not prevent you from creating a sim story. While using the guidance system to customize your own sim, Add New Sim will not be available until you've completed your sim customization tutorial or opted out of the tips. Some tips in build mode prevented you from accessing features like bulldoze and save my library. All the options are selectable. Again, sims with customized frames should have a full set of fingernails to pick from, including those from packs. City living, being an interior decorator can be tough. It's made even more difficult if you can't get in. Sims picking up a gig at a penthouse will now be able to knock on the door and get in to work their style magic. If there's one thing you would expect illuminating pillars to do, it's illuminate. Well, we changed some bulbs, got shocked once or twice, checked the wiring, and now they should be good to go. Get famous. After a previous update, we brought a new look to lessons and a bigger, easier read layout. It unexpectedly caused long lesson titles to extend beyond the boundaries of the box in some languages. The titles should now all fit in their designated spaces and be fully readable by all. Eco Lifestyle. The perfect plumb bob ceiling fan, sandstorm ceiling fan, dizzy palm ceiling fan now all come with a power consumption rating. High school years, Sims wearing the whatever necklace should no longer see it floating near them when zooming the camera. We must have forgotten to remove the levitation enchantment. Sorry about that. The paranormal. Sims making a living as a paranormal investigator and autonomously visiting San Myshuno often found that doors were missing from apartments unless you were in walls up view. Doors should now show up as expected, but are they really there? Someone should investigate. Spooky. Bust the dust. Dust and the Dust Bunnies will show up after a reload. Now, where did I put that dust dandy cordless vacuum? Outdoor retreat. We learned a lesson, and that lesson is that our lessons should have titles. Outdoor retreat should now show up under lessons as expected and no longer be a mystery category. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, and as always, snap it off in the way. And, alright then. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, Naturally, that would be great, but if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Hey, it's patch 1.69. 69. What am I, 10? Yeah, if you want to subscribe, great. If not, I don't blame you. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.